Hello everybody and welcome to this little interesting video celebrating 100 Deanstructor Reviews Doctor Who videos. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a kind of stats heavy video, just review my 5 favourite reviews of the past 100 and your 5 favourite reviews of the past 100. How I figure out your favourite reviews is based on stats. Mine are personal opinions and feelings. It's simple as that. So I've done a celebration video before for the Deanstructor Reviews Doctor Who videos. That was the premiere video where I played my 5 favourite reviews of the first 50. They were The Green Death, Inferno, The Empty Child the Doctor Dances, Time Lash and The Happiness Patrol. Now I've got 100 to pick. Do these 5 still stay in there or are the choices completely different? Let's have a look. Number 5. The Doctor's Wife. A lovely little story, and every time I watch it I find something new that I love. It was a joy to review, it got 4 TARDISes out of 5, and for review 62, I think that's pretty good. Number 4, Inferno, review number 11, 4.5 TARDIS out of 5. It was the second collaboration I did with Jamie, and his passion sells it for me. What makes it so interesting is not because it's the longest video, it's actually the most interesting with the conflict and the discussion we had between the two of us, and I think it stands up. It's not my favourite, but it's one of my favourites because of that conversation. Number 3, The Time Meddler, review number 75. I gave it 4 TARDISes out of 5. It is a good solid story with a lot of great direction. I think the interplay between the Doctor and the Monk is brilliant. I actually like the way I did this review. I think it comes across very well, and that's why it's one of my favourites. Time Lash is number 2. Review number 29. The first of the 2.5 TARDIS out of 5 ratings. It may not be my favourite, but there's so much not right to it that it's interesting that in that respect to watch the video, because there's so much I can criticise on in such a interesting way, and it's fun to have that with stories you love, but it's rarer to do it with stories you hate in a clear way that's still critical but is fair, I think, in some respects, and that certainly shows it. Number 1, I don't think it's any surprise to anybody who knows me. It is The Happiness Patrol. It's the 6th ever review. First 4.5 TARDISes out of 5 review. It is my favourite story. I'm just so deep into it. I find something new every time, and I think it shows in the review how much I'm invested in this story and how much I enjoy it. Now, those are my 5. We have the 5 from you guys. Now, the way I've done this is based on my ratio system. If you don't know what that is, basically what I do is I take the number of subscribers at the time the video is released, and then I use a ratio of a percentage of that subscriber number to determine whether a video's views are successful within a month. So if a video gets between 0 and 5% of the subscriber base equivalent watching it by the end of the first month, that's a poor performing video. Anything 5 to 10% is okay. Anything 10 to 15% is good. And anything 15% above is excellent. The 5 I'm picking here have all had excellent starts in their first month. And there is quite a disparity between first and fifth. And it's quite surprising what first is as well. But let's go through them from 5 to 1. We start with number 5. The latest review in this list, review number 91, Invasion of the Dinosaurs. I gave it 3.5 TARDIS out of 5. 18.53% of the subscriber base equivalent watched it within the first month. I personally didn't think my review was the best for this one, but obviously a lot of you disagree with that point of view. Number 4, The Happiness Patrol. Happy about that. Review number 6. 23.08% of you have watched the story within the first month. It is my favourite story and review, and it seems it's one of yours too, which is really nice to see. Number 3, Revelation of the Daleks, review number 72. I gave it 4 TARDISes out of 5 at the time. I agree it's a good review, and there's a lot to unpack. It is in my top 10, but not in my top 5. 23.31% of you watched it. 23.31% of the subscriber base equivalent watched it in the first month. That's pretty impressive. Number 2, I suppose this one is kind of understandable because it's one of the earliest videos. It's the first video, and usually when you get a new strand, there's more excitement in here. The visitation, the very first review, 23.81%. 4 TARDIS out of 5 I gave it. It's likely the reason for the high position, because it is one of the first ones I ever did. It's still a good review though, I do like it. It's not in my top 10, it's just outside, but it is still a good review in my eyes. Number 1. This surprised me, but actually I think it's quite apt. And no, it's nothing to do with the fact that we've had all the news recently about this particular story. This is genuinely the first 28 days of its release. It was the most viewed, equivalent to the subscriber base. It's An Unearthly Child, review number 5. 31.03% of the subscriber base equivalent watched it within the first month. I rated it 4 TARDISes out of 5. And it's amazing that there's 7% difference between second and first. It's such a big difference on this, and it's still doing decent views now overall. But at the time, to have almost a third of the subscriber base equivalent watch a video, that's unheard of at that time. And it was one of the early ones. It was 2017. That's unheard of. It really is. So it's really good and really nice to have something like that come up. So yeah, that's a great surprise for me when I was doing the stats. But there we are. The stats don't lie based on my ratio as far as I'm concerned. So from the reviews from the 19th of March 2017 to the 20th of September 2023, there's my personal top 5 and your top 5. Couple of other things just to point out with. You've noticed they're missing a couple of elements here. The best Revive series story by you was The Idiot's Lantern, review number 8. 17.95% of the subscriber base equivalent watched it. It was 3 TARDISes out of 5, so it's a middling story. It seems to have captured you the most though, and it is the 6th most popular story that you guys have watched since the review started, so it's just outside the top 5. The best Big Finish story is The Spectre of Lanyon Moor, review number 71, 13.31%. I gave it 4 TARDIS out of 5. It is my favourite Big Finish story so far that I've reviewed, and I think it obviously shows because you guys appreciate it and agree with me. The best classic series story, it is An Unearthly Child. We've gone over it, we know why. And then the best collaboration, I've done 3. I've done Silver Nemesis with Fraser, I've done A Power of the Daleks, and Inferno with Jamie. Inferno takes that top spot, 15.44% subscriber equivalent watched it, and 4.5 TARDIS out of 5. Collabs are few and far between, but when you get them, it's obviously gems, because they've all done fairly well for their views. So that's it from me. It's interesting having these stats and seeing all these different stories. It's actually quite interesting seeing how that all works out, to be fair. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favourite Doctor Who review has been of the first 100. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your worst. Tell me what one you don't think's the greatest. Leave a comment down below. Or just leave a comment down below about what you think about the whole series as a whole and what would you like to see me to review very next. Or next even, rather. Leave a comment down below. I've said everything for this year, and we're going into next year. If you have a suggestion of a video I haven't done yet, leave a comment down below. I may just consider reviewing it. Anyway, if you like this video, please don't forget to like it, share it with the hashtag teamstructor, and if you like the channel as a whole, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. General rule, new video every Sunday at 4 PM GMT. You can also follow me on the socials, and that's where you'll get the listings for Who Month for November, for next week onwards. There's 4 big finishes coming up. We have my favourite Doctors remix, because there's now Jodie Whittaker and potentially will be David Tennant again in there, so I've got them to take into account with the review. We've got First Impressions as well, which are coming up as part of the specials, so there's 8 videos due to come out in November, which is great to see. But 4 big finishes. Paul McGann's first audio adventures season with the monthly adventures. That's what I'm doing. That covers the 8th Doctor's representation for all the Doctors this year in the reviews. So that's it from me. If you want to follow more information about what's coming when in November, hit the like button in Facebook and follow me. The Facebook page will have the schedule up very soon, if not right now. The YouTube community tab also will have it. Then you can go to the Patreon, they also will have it. And then you've got 2 other socials. You've got X, which is formerly Twitter, and Instagram. You can follow me on them. In all the socials, just search for Deanstructor and you should be able to find me no problem. I will see you next Sunday at 4 PM GMT with a Big Finish Monthly Adventure review. Until then guys, thanks so much for watching, and you know what? I'll see you later.